Hello, folks. Sorry it has been at least 2 weeks since I did my last podcast, and I apologize for that. But sickness in the family, me, mental, and everybody else has had strep throat. So kids have been sick. We've been back and forth to the doctor, hospital, you name it. High above my garage, 8 or 10 feet at least. I'm getting epoxy about long now, starting to fade out. We're going to do 5 subjects tonight. Some of them are very, very touchy, so I got to get on the eggshells so that YouTube doesn't get all upset with me. Those people that choose an alternate way of life, and I don't care what your preferences are when it comes to who you sleep with and all this other good stuff, that's up to you. That's between you and God. The Bible says that I got one person to account for, and that's me. I'm never going to tell you that I think it's strange or unusual, excuse me, that you're gay. So we're going to cover that real quick. I have seen on television a couple of the gay pride parades, and I think they are extremely gaudy. Which would you rather be, gay and accepted or gay and weird? I don't understand why you don't put on what you normally wear to work, get on a float, go downtown, have you a parade, have you a marching band, whatever. Why do you want it to appear that being gay is being sick? And that's what the weird parade does. When you go to work, you don't wear gold metal flake spandex pants with stacked heels, and eyeliner that's about Earl Scheib spray painted on. You don't go to work like that. So you're gay, so what? Who cares? Don't ask, don't tell worked pretty good in the military. I didn't care if you were gay or not. I just want to make sure that in combat you could shoot straight. Other than that, we're good to go. But once again, why not just have a civil parade that says, hey, look, we're gay, we're happy, we're proud, good to go. But here you got a bunch of prancing idiots coming down the street, and it looks like the Barnum and Bailey circus on crack. I mean, the circus has gone friggin' wild. So just take it into consideration. Be whatever you want to be in life. You want to be a gay, straight, I can't remember all the letters, HBO, Q, DR, WW, 1, and 2, and 3. Be the best that you can be. You want to be a soldier, be the best you can be. You want to be a politician, idiot, moron, imbecile, intellectual, teacher, whatever. Just be the best you can be, because the only person that has to answer for that before God is you. Now, the second one is, did you see that riveting, and I do mean riveting, announcement that Biden made about running in 2024? It was about as exciting as sitting on the back porch and watching grass grow. Or in the basement watching the paint dry. Oh my God. So he's going to try and run like he did before. I guess this time from the basement of the White House in one of the secure rooms. That's not going to fly. And now you see his mental capacity. He can't even find his way on and off of a stage. He can't answer the most simple of questions. He wants to brag about the hair on his legs, and they're wanting to talk about nuclear war. He tells a guy who's in a wheelchair to stand up and take a bow. God help. It's just, the man has lost it. The cheese done slipped off of that cracker and hit the floor. But they keep pushing him as saying he's fit, he's healthy, he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he does. He knows exactly that he's destroying the United States and everything that we stand for. But good old Krusty the Clown, trust me, is not running the show. And neither is Headboard Harris. Uh, I'm sure she'll have several Lincolns and Mercedes by the time she gets out of office. But she will not be on the ticket next time. I'm going to make a prediction, which I did some few months ago. Biden will never make it to 2024. Not that anything is going to happen to him. He will not make it mentally or physically. He does not have the capacity for the campaign trail. He does not have the ability to. Can you imagine? Trump's going to stay sharp. He's got a sharp mind. Can you imagine Trump on stage against Biden? Oh my God, that would look like Einstein against Pee Wee Herman. But it's about a half of the Democrats are saying, yeah, let's run Joe again. Let's run Joe again. We're pulling the strings. Let's run Joe again. He'll sign anything. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. And the other half are saying, oh, hell no. We don't want him. We don't want Madam Lardass back. Although she would love to run again. Can you imagine having another, oh, God, wouldn't that be fun again? That bloodbath between Madam Lardass and Mr. T. I'm telling you what. Oh, by the way, did you see my new flag? Just got it in yesterday. God, guns, and Trump. I love it. I got that one for $8. Not bad at all. So we're going to keep an eye on it. I mean, it's still a year and a half until we really get into the swing of things, but it's going to be a weird campaign, and I'm gonna make a prediction here. Now I'm gonna tell you what, I like Robert Kennedy. I like Robert Kennedy because he is a moderate Democrat. He is middle of the road. I have plagiarized his work many times about Fauci and Gates. I have used his data and alarming data that he had in his book. Great book. I think he would make a good president, but of course I don't want him to be president, but by a happen chance he should win, I think he will. Now, see, because he went middle of the road, his family, none of his family is even going to support him. Be the first Kennedy that the family has not been behind the candidate. Simply because he veered from the weirdo leftist loons that run the Democratic Party. I wish him very well. Let's talk about Putin. I called this months ago, and I said that Putin was in the last stages of life. I know I'm a cancer. I'm a stage 4 survivor myself, but I know what he's going through, and you can look at the shaking, and I believe that's the beginning of Parkinson's. When they don't take many still pictures of him sitting, but if they do, if you'll notice, he's got the tremors and he's got the punch marks where they're giving him the chemo. It's been told that he breaks out into crying, a reaction, of course, to the chemo. Chemo makes you very nervous, very jittery, and he's got a lot to be jittery about, trust me. But I just don't think that he's going to make it. So here's the dilemma. Putin has got to do something to solidify his history. What's he going to leave? Is he going to leave this ragtag war that he's about to lose? He's getting his ass kicked in? I don't think so. I believe at the last moment that one of two things is going to happen. One, if he doesn't step aside on his own, there's going to be a coup. Now, I called this months ago. I know this has been in the news, but I called this months ago. There would be a coup, or either he would become magnanimous all of a sudden and pull out completely of the war. How about that? There are Russian soldiers that have family on the other side of that battle line. Their morale is shot. They're broke. I mean, these guys are getting 9 level over there. They're whipping Russia's ass, and Russia was always, you know, supermen. I mean, super fighters. Not anymore, boy. They know how to use those tanks, and I hear that the Russians are putting backup lights now on tanks just so they can get out of there. But if you watch any of the footage, excuse me, that's on YouTube, man, those shoulder-fired missiles are just knocking those helicopters and stuff like that. Those huge planes right out of the sky, boom, bluey, gone. And you got to give those people, they had guts, man, to go up against Russia. Mother Russia? My God. Mother Russia now looks like a bag lady in New Orleans. So we're going to be looking at that. I think, I said it before, China and Russia are supposed to ally, but you see, the vice president, so to speak, or whatever they call him in Russia, the vice president of Russia is a moderate, middle-of-the-road person, and I don't think he's going to want to chummy up with China. And this is one of the reasons. Russia wants to build it back to Mother Russia. They want to be a dominating power. Well, you know what? This is what we should do. Let's try and be friends with Russia. Let's talk about the oil. Let's talk about us moving forward. Let's talk about us trading. Let's talk about us doing this and that and trying to act civil. You see, that excommunicates China. China cannot get into the fight because China only has 300 nuclear warheads. We have 5,200. Russia has 5,600. That's what China needs Russia for. They need those nuclear weapons. They need to be able to help convince Russia to launch against us. But now China's not stupid. No one will survive nuclear winter. No one's going to survive a nuclear launch. So you want to rule the world? What, do you want to rule the scorched earth in a dead world? No. That's why they rattle the sabers and they try to get us all upset and things like that. They've got 2 aircraft carriers and only 8 in-flight refueling aircraft, where we have 360 in-flight aircraft and to refuel our aircraft in the air. And then we have 20 aircraft carriers and helo carriers, which that means that we could launch and just bring pure hell. We could rain down hell from the sky on China. So I don't care how many people they got. They don't have the equipment. They don't have the technology that we do. It wouldn't last that long. It wouldn't be like Korea. It wouldn't be like Vietnam. But I'm telling you, Russia is, what do they call it? Fronting, something like that. Russia is playing, hey look, we're going to buddy with the bad guy right now. Let's try being friends for once with Russia. If we could have a real good detente between Russia and the United States, and actually become friends, just think of the power and the might that we would have. You see, the reason that we never had a nuclear war is we had the triad. We had Russia, we had China, we had the United States. China would not launch against us for fear of who Russia and the United States would side with. And the same way, all 3 times, Russia would not launch to find out who we're going to side with and shoot China to blah, 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 blah. But that's why that China is now saying, come on, Russia, let's be buddy-buddy. If we were to go buddy-buddy, that would stalemate China. If we were to become friends, actual allies with Russia, like we did at the end of World War II, we would actually sideline China. They'd have absolutely nothing left that they could do. Oh my God, I hate woke. I hate it like an enema with gasoline and sand. I'm telling you, I think woke is the biggest cancer that is festering right now in our nation. Woke is trying to take the young minds of our children and make them into the mush that flows so well in the social structure of socialism. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I'm sorry. They are not an organization for good of any kind. A woke generation now goes after the military. When you are in combat, I have been in combat 3 times, okay, in my 25 years in the military. And when you're told that you've got to take a hill, you don't say, let's take a vote. You don't tell that lieutenant, well, how about this? Let's go left instead of right, and then let's go up instead of down, and blah, blah, blah. It's not the way it works. The military is not what would you call it? It's not a social club. And it's not a time for be on the debate team either. You take your orders, you move out swiftly, you get the job done, you kill the bad guy, you go home, you have a beer. That's the way it works. Folks, I'm telling you, and I've been telling you this for, well, on Facebook, I've probably been telling you this for 3 to 4 years. But ever since Biden took the reins, so to speak, and he's now under the big top and under the big tent, the woke generation is just making by leaps and bounds, and they're eating us alive. They are stealing our liberties and our freedoms daily. I thought they would come after us financially. Then I thought, well, they'll come after us militarily. No. They came at us, backed by the media and the Board of Educations, things of that nature. And what they took away is our will to fight. We are gullible enough to believe that losing our freedoms is just not something that could happen in the United States. How very, very wrong you are. And if we sit on our ass and do nothing, we will never be able to get back to the America that we know and that we love. Where did our will to fight go? Now, I know I've got friends like myself who have plenty of ammunition, plenty of firearms, and plenty of food set aside, put up. And we're ready to carry on the battle, but I just can't understand it, that you had an uncle or a dad that was killed or shot or wounded or maimed in World War II or in Vietnam, in Korea, and in Afghanistan and Iraq, and we just say now, oh, okay. See, that's woke. Woke wants you to be sucking on the tit of the government. That's why we can't find anybody to work. They'll pay you more to sit home. Why would anybody want to work if you can make more money sitting at home doing nothing? I hate the culture. I hate it with all my heart. Poor old Donald. I love that man more than life itself. He will be the next nominee for the Republican Party. And if those idiots begin to bicker amongst themselves and they lose this election, we ought to make sure that they don't have a job. That we should just get rid of them. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a scratchy throat. Hold on. Good. The media has already started. For the love of God, can you imagine saying that if the race were run today, that Biden would beat Trump in every state by 3 to 5 points? Too much misery, too much woe, too much unemployment, too much inflation, too much money out of my pocketbook. Taxes are too damn high. Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna tell you, I still got a down payment on that property in Dominican Republic. If Joe Biden goes in, I just gotta go. No. Can I do it again? You know, it's like catching the clap twice from your favorite girl. It's just time to cut your losses. I will not do it. Well, we're going to end it here, but let's end it on a note of levity. Joe Biden and his chauffeur are traveling along in rural America, and the chauffeur is not paying attention, and he hits a donkey that is strayed out into the middle of the road, kills him graveyard dead. Biden said, "That was you. Your negligence. You killed the donkey. I'm not getting out of the car. You get out of the car, you walk up to the door, and you tell those people that you killed their donkey." So the driver says, "Okay." So the driver gets out, and he walks all the way up to the old house. Well, Biden can't hear, but he can see. The man at first had kind of a frown on his face, and then he started to smile, and he grabbed the man's hand, and he shook it forcefully, and then he pulled the man inside the house. And it was 2 long hours before he came out of the house, and he came back and he got in the car. And Biden said, "What took you so long?" And he said, "Mr. President, you were all wrong. Those were the nicest people that you would ever want to meet." He said, "Well, what did you tell them?" He said, "I went to the door, I knocked on the door, he opened it, and I said, 'I'm the driver for the President of the United States, and I just killed that jackass.' And that man offered to let me sleep with his wife." All right, fight the fight. Be sure to watch out for this bullshit alert. That bullshit front should be coming in sometime. Just maintain, do the best you can. We're going to take back the White House, and then it'll take us another 2 years to get the Senate and the House back. We got the House, but not by much, okay? We got a few loonies in there that are Republicans in name only. So, things are getting ready to get hot. I mean, the defecation's getting ready to hit the whirling instrument with the Biden mafia family. Good Lord. They're getting the bank records for the entire family, and they are seeing money transactions with 9 Biden family members, to include, of course, let's do another line, son, the brother, the sisters. Oh my God, whole families just sucking up money, all that, just graft. I love that word, graft, embezzlement, you know. But it's going to get really interesting here. Now watch for the diversion. This is the best smoke and mirrors group of people we got right now in the White House. So when they say something big is getting ready to come out, they'll put it on a Friday so that the weekend will destroy it. But watch for the diversion. They will create a diversion so that you will not be watching those bank accounts being waved in front of the cameras. Until that time, we have not gone bowling. We have not had that beer together. We have not taken a warm shower together, and I look forward to all of those. And I hope that you have a great week and a weekend coming up, and we'll try and get more regular on the podcast, maybe 2 a week. But anyhow, I've enjoyed it, and this is Jim Voss, high above my garage, for just my opinion. And I want to say good night to Bobby and, of course, Fred. And then that blonde way back there in the back. Yes. Okay, good night. I love you. Take care. And give me a like, give me a following, give me something, give me a dime. Hey, brother, can you spare something? Love you. Later.